Hello fellow gamers, and welcome to the Round Table, a place where we discuss our most anticipated titles of the week on the gaming frontier. My name's Jace.
And I'm Chris.
And this week, our part 2 takes a good hard look at Blizzard's new IP, the team-based first-person shooter, Overwatch. In 2014, Blizzard stepped up on their podium at BlizzCon and announced Overwatch. The game has only gotten bigger and bigger as time passed, from the animated shorts to the number of closed and open betas. Blizzard have gone all out to bring their new series to the worldwide audience.
We are Overwatch.
One. Capture the objective.
Let's do it! Let's try that again.
In Overwatch, you have 21 heroes, ranging from attack, defense, tank and support classes. You build a team of 6 from these heroes and march into game modes like King of the Hill or Payload. There are more game modes, but they haven't been really announced yet. Now, from the sounds of these, you might think that it's not really that different from games like Team Fortress 2, another team-based first-person shooter. But, to be honest, with the introduction of special abilities and cooldowns, unique to each individual hero, players need to be on top of their game and coordinate as a team to attain victory.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. The comparison to TF2 is probably the most obvious one, but like you said, the abilities now bring a nice twist into those game modes. So, with there being so many characters, 21 of them in fact, across these different roles, like each one has their own individual personality and their tools and their abilities are different. So, for example, no two defense heroes are the same. They've all got their own little things they bring to the team, so this kind of makes your game modes feel a lot more fun and frantic, and they're also quite short. I think when we were playing the beta, I think the longest round we had was probably, what, 15 minutes? Yeah, so, you know, they're nice and short, so you can just jump straight into another round. And the good thing with that as well is just it lets teams be a lot more flexible, so you can adapt to different situations, which you kind of really don't get in TF2. You can kind of pick a class and stick with it, but in Overwatch it kind of feels like you have to, you know, jump around a couple heroes per game so that you can create the best team to, well, win the round.
Well, it speaks for itself really, because in TF2 you had 9 classes to choose from, whereas Overwatch has 21, ranging over 4 different types of classes, so you know, you've got a lot more to play around with. And I think Team Fortress 2 fans have had the game for so long, I feel like they want new, refreshing content. And I think Overwatch really is the solution for them.
Get back!
An elite international task force charged with ending the war and restoring liberty to all nations. Overwatch.
My first real taste of Overwatch came from the open beta that they had a couple weeks ago prior to launch, and it was really a good, well, great amount of fun, to be honest. The variety of heroes, as mentioned before, each with their own individual skill set, allowed for different types of combinations of attack and defense. Pair this together with a group of friends, and you probably have the most organized team of killers at your command. In terms of performance, the game ran pretty smoothly at max setting, with very few lag issues when it came to the network connectivity. All in all, it's a release that I'm definitely looking forward to.
First off, I'd just like to say I don't know who you were playing with, because I have no idea what this most organised team of killers is that you're talking about. I remember none of that when we were playing the beta. All I remember is cursing loudly at my screen at Bastion. That pretty much sums up my Overwatch beta impressions. But
you could probably guess who's not buying the game.
I might do when they get rid of that character. That might be when I buy it. No, seriously, the game is really fun. Like just being able to pick between all these characters when you want to, as they can slot into different setups or whatever. I mean, we did have our moments where we did, you know, coordinate ourselves, and it was quite nice. We picked a tank. You know, we worked around that, and then, you know, you just come up against stuff like 5 Soldier 76s, and then that ruins everything. You know,
the cheese is just too strong when that happens.
Yeah, that's it. But again, it's just like there was probably a way around that we just didn't know. You know, being inexperienced and whatnot. And I think that was really what was good about Overwatch, just how you had all these different options available to you at any one time. Like even just switching up your healer from, say, Mercy, who is more of a single target focused healer, to someone like Lucio, who's quite mobile and does more AoE healing, is just Well, it's night and day in some cases, and that's really the enjoyable part of Overwatch.
Yeah, and I think with all these different characters, there's never ever a set team that's going to be absolutely overpowered. There's always going to be some sort of counter to
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
In that sense, it's just great fun. It really is to have a group of friends that you can verbally communicate with to organise this sort of stuff, and it's going to be interesting to see how it develops in the future as well.
Damn machine. Shield up. Enjoying the exhibit?
But with a potential story mode in the works, and really how the Overwatch team operates, the amount of characters and maps are near on endless, so it'll be good to see how Blizzard can expand upon this Overwatch universe.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be something that probably will have quite a lot of people keeping an eye out on it, to be honest. It's the first time Blizzard have really released something that need these continual updates in terms of like maps and stuff. Like, they don't traditionally make games like Call of Duty, let's just use that as an example, because it's a first person shooter. So it's going to be good to see how they're going to do that, if they're going to expand into new heroes, maybe different ability loadouts for heroes. That would be quite nice.
That'd be interesting.
But one thing that got clarified, actually, I believe it was earlier today, was just microtransactions that they're going to be having in there for, I assume, skins and cosmetics and things like that. So, it really will be interesting to see if further down the line this does kind of take the same approach Team Fortress 2 did.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of potential here where, whether it's expanding on the universe via animated shorts, like
they're really
the animations that Blizzard have put out for this game have been absolutely amazing. They look exactly like a Pixar film, so if they do an Overwatch movie, I'm pretty sure they could probably cash in a lot of people for that. So there's a lot they can do with the series, and to be honest, they've done quite a lot as it is anyway. It's definitely made
a lot of maps with that game. Something I noticed from the beta. There are already quite a lot.
Yeah, some of them actually featured in the animated shorts, so I know that you haven't watched some of them, so maybe you should probably give them a skim over at some point, but that's just a suggestion, but you can do as you will with that. But yeah, I mean,
maybe I will.
Blizzard Blizzard have really gone all out for this, and it's only really hyped up the launch of Overwatch.
But I know the truth. At the moment of the kill, they are never more alive.
And that's all we've got time for Overwatch. We hope you've enjoyed part 2 of this week's roundtable, and if you're a big fan of team-based shooters, I suggest you get yourself signed up to the Overwatch team, as it's out now on PC, PS4 and Xbox One. So I'm going to take a cue from Winston and ask, are you with us?
Okay folks, that's it for the roundtable this week, and we thank you for watching. Now, with this being something new we're trying, we still would love to hear your feedback about it on our Facebook page /TGFrontier, or if you think you can get it into 140 characters, please hit us up on Twitter at TGFrontier. If you're looking for the summary for this week, or part 1 of the roundtable where we talked about Total War Warhammer, you can find that at the bottom of the screen. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.